This is a HeadGum podcast.
Have you ever had an acne breakout come at the worst possible time? I know I have. It feels like any time I have to do anything in front of human beings, my face is just like, cool, we will explode with zits. It's wild. And I get it. We've all had struggles with our skin, and that's why we are so pumped to partner up with Apostrophe, the sponsor of this episode. Because Apostrophe is a prescription skincare company that offers science-backed oral and topical medications that are clinically proven to help clear acne. And Apostrophe connects you with a board-certified dermatologist who will create a personalized treatment plan that is perfectly tailored to your unique skin. All you gotta do is fill out Apostrophe's quiz online about your skin goals and medical history, then snap a few selfies and your dermatologist will create your customized treatment plan. And Apostrophe treats acne, and they can also help you hit other skincare goals like reducing redness and wrinkles and even dark spots. And I gotta tell you how cool and easy it truly was. Hopping online, taking the quiz, taking some selfies, and then boom, getting a dermatologist so quick who knows exactly what's going on and exactly what your goals on. Like, I didn't have to, schedule an appointment and then wait months and months to get into an office and then be like, finally, I'm getting some help. No, you get that help immediately. It's so rad. It rules. And it just feels very personalized, even on the internet. And we have a special deal for our audience. Save $15 off your first visit with a board-certified dermatologist at apostrophe.com/funnyfeeling when you use our code FUNNYFEELING. This code is only available to our listeners. So to get started, go to apostrophe.com/funnyfeeling and click begin visit. Then use our code FUNNYFEELING at sign up and you'll get $15 off your first dermatology visit. That's apostrophe.com/funnyfeeling and use that code FUNNYFEELING to get your dermatology visit and save $15. And we thank Apostrophe for sponsoring the podcast. Oh, yeah. Welcome to a Funny Feeling podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy
and prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast. Betsy.
Marcy.
How are you, my dude?
My dude, pretty good.
Can dude be genderless? I feel like dude needs to be genderless.
I say it genderless.
Me too, but I have definitely said it to people who do not identify like who
as dude.
Yeah, and then I'm like, especially people who are like new to a new gender identity, and to be like, yeah, dude, and be like, oh no, I know what I mean.
Oh, yeah,
So I'm making a proclamation right now, dude, genderless.
I think so. I've always just been like, everyone's a dude. Everyone's duder to me.
Duty.
Hey, dude and man, like, man to me also, like, oh yeah, man, is more of that rather than like, man.
Honestly, right, girl? also,
yeah,
girl.
I think so.
Yeah, girl.
You go, girl. You go, girl. I think so. I think it's game on.
None of it means anything anymore.
None of it.
So it's time to do some listener stories.
I'm so pumped.
I'm excited about it myself. Let me tell you.
I'm pumped to get a little scared.
Let me tell you.
Just a little scared.
Should we just jump on in? Oh, a new mail.
I mean, yeah, I'm down.
I got a new mail carrier.
Hubba.
Hubba,
Make
hubba.
a move.
Hey, dude.
Hey, dude.
Hey, dude.
Hey, dude. I rewatched that a couple of years ago because it was streaming on Amazon Prime or whatever, and I loved it as a kid.
Is it good?
It's wild. It's a funny show.
There are a lot of shows from our childhood that you're like, this is sort of weird, but works still.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe where I was like, this is a weird show, but I still like it because of nostalgia, I think.
It was very similar, or at least the same time frame as Salute Your Shorts.
Yes, yes. Which I also loved. I haven't rewatched that. I feel that one would be like, whoa, dude.
Whoa, dude. Salute.
Man, we're saying dude a lot
I know. I went nuts just now saying
this
dude.
episode, dude.
Dud? Hey, dud.
Dude.
Okay. Well, how about this, dude? Should we just jump on in and listen to a listener story?
Duder. Yes,
Okay,
we should.
This one comes with an email as well. So
Fun. What comes first, the email or the egg?
it's so hard to know. So I'm just going to read the email.
Okay, perfect.
So
Yes.
it says, hey guys, huge fan of the podcast. Also, guys works here for, right? We're just talking about, it says, hey guys.
Oh, right,
Hi guys,
yeah.
actually. I have a fun ghost story about our local pub in my childhood town. I can't watch the CCTV footage without getting full body chills.
What?
The 8-year-old in me is jumping up and down saying, Dad, I freaking told you. As a child, I used to talk a lot about this very aggressive female ghost in the bathroom of our local pub, and it was getting so bad I used to avoid going to the loo there because I was so afraid. My mom also felt the presence, but more often than not, we were not believed by our family. Years later, newspaper articles began to surface about the CCTV footage from the White Line pub in Yateley, showing a ghostly female crossing the landing and turning into the women's bathroom.
What?
Apparently, the pub's alarm system malfunctioned in the early hours of the morning. When the staff checked the CCTV, they saw a shadowy figure. Many of the staff were aware of multiple ghosts causing trouble on the premises. I've since researched it and found it has several ghosts, including James Rogers, the pub's now deceased first licensee instead of a licensor, a licensee.
Yeah.
Okay. And said to have a specific love for his tankard, which is still kept in the bar. Don't know what a tankard is.
I don't either.
Look up tankard.
I'm looking it up. Tankard? Tankard.
Tankard. My stepdad is now convinced and is just as freaked out as I was. Love the podcast. Thanks for featuring me. If you do, lots of love for the UK Abbey. What's a tankard?
Thank you, Abby.
What's a tankard?
So a tankard's like a fun, big drinking beer stein.
Okay. All right. So let's listen to if the voice memo is just exactly what I read. My apologies. But we're not doing anything different today. This is what we're doing. So
Yes.
it is what it is. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Hi Betsy and Marcy, this story comes all the way from Hampshire, the UK. I grew up in Yateley, Hampshire, which is a small town, and our local pub, the White Lion. We used to go there all the time when I was little, and we really used to feel this scary kind of presence upstairs in the women's bathroom. There's this kind of creepy long staircase, and at the top there's the door to the bathroom, and I would stand there at the bottom and I would just be so scared, and I would hold onto the handrail, and I knew I needed to go to the loo, but I was like, I don't want to go. And at the top, kind of behind the door, there'd be this really scary presence, and as you went into the bathroom, it was almost like somebody standing in your face shouting, really angry, pushing you out of the door. And it would follow you around the room, almost kind of in step with you, just right in front of you, screaming. Or that's kind of how the energy felt, if that makes sense. My mum also had the same thing, but my sister didn't really believe us. And my sister took up a job in the pub. It was kind of like her teenage job. And she was waitressing, and she overheard some people come who were kind of ghost hunters. And they were talking about the very strong presence in the upstairs bathroom, and they were kind of looking into the history of all of that pub. And she came home and told us and was like, oh, isn't that scary? And I kind of forgot about it, moved to a new town. And then my childhood friend got in contact with me, and I hadn't heard from her for years. And she said, you know, that pub that you told me about, and I used to take her there, and we'd stand at the bottom of the stairs and be too scared, daring each other to go up the stairs. She said there's literally an article in, I can't remember which newspaper it was, but there's several, I'll send you with the attached. And the CCTV footage during a fire alarm, I believe, shows this kind of shadowy figure walking right at the top of the stairs and then turning and going into the women's bathroom. And I completely freaked out because I'd already talked myself out of it. But I will attach the video. It's so scary because if I hadn't been there and felt it, I wouldn't have believed it. I would have thought it was a hoax, but it's definitely not. Definitely not. So yeah, just crazy creeped out by it. I've got chills just thinking about it. Big fan of the show. I love you guys so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Whoa, that was better than the email.
It was better than how I read it, for sure.
For sure.
For sure. I sucked the way I read it. Okay, so I'm going to post the. I'll see if I can grab the video. Right.
Right.
But
I'm watching it right now. Here it comes. Ooh. It's weird because it's like, what is that?
Wait.
Like,
oh man, describe it to me because I can't. Mine's being bad. Mine's not pulling up.
Okay, so like the camera is looking down the big staircase that they talk about, and then like you're waiting a little bit, and by the window, all of a sudden, this like kind of smoky, shadowy, like truly classic, like what you think a ghost is, like see-through-y, like I don't want to say cloud, but like thing moves in front of the camera and then like in the like behind it to the bathroom.
Well, I tell you what.
There's a really good description on my part.
This is why people, especially the Daily Mail, should not build their own video players because this fucking thing don't work.
It doesn't work. It doesn't
work for shit.
Like, and it's I'll keep describing it. The like figure, this entity is moving in such a way where it's like that's not like cigarette smoke. Like that's not a cloudy bug. Like it's something moving on purpose.
Okay.
And it's creepy.
All right. Well,
ooh, it's creepy.
I didn't get to watch it, but hopefully I'll be able to like find it later and post it on our Instagram.
On the text you just sent me. That's where I'm looking at it, where it's playing pretty good.
Playing there. Okay.
Yeah. It's like on quiet, but it's just kind of repeating it.
Betsy, that's so smart. Okay, now, that's that's something for sure.
Dude, that is something.
That is a something. That
is a something.
Hey, you know what? That's something right there. That is
there
something.
There we go. That is a something.
Wow. Okay. Well, I feel good about it now because I got to see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mary.
That's absolutely a something.
That's a
something screaming at you in the bathroom. That description of excuse me, of that, like the energy of just like as though someone is just screaming at you and then following you around. That is so grody.
Do you think it's just like a drunk ghost? It's just like, hey, another thing.
Hey, you know what?
Everybody's
You're my
talking.
best friend.
Or if it doesn't sound like it's being nice though, right? It's just like, you know what?
Right.
Nobody likes you because everyone's talking about how you peed on yourself, and we all know.
Remember when you peed on yourself?
You peed on yourself, Abby.
You pee on yourself.
This is really cool to have, especially when you have like a CCTV to back up your experience as a child. That's awesome.
Right. That's so rad to be like,
so
yes,
awesome.
I knew it. And it is like, oh yeah, an English pub.
Mm-hmm.
That's in England, right? Probably. Yeah. What?
Don't throw me off like that.
Come on. But it is just like, oh yeah, of course it's haunted.
Yeah.
It's gotta be haunted, man.
The name of the pub is
The White Lion
in Yateley, Hampshire.
Yateley, Hampshire.
And if I said it all wrong, I apologize.
I bet it's England.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah. I just want to make sure.
Well.
Yeah, there it is. England. Wow, that was good. That was good and creepy. That is a ghost, man.
Yes.
That's a ghost. I don't care who you are. That's a ghost.
Can you...
Do you want me to read one?
Yes, please.
Okay. This is entitled Paranormal Activity.
Whoa.
Okay.
I've seen that movie.
I hope it's just the description of that movie. Yeah, the plot of that movie.
Or what if even better, it's just like you're like the person's like, oh, this is how I felt about it. It's just my opinion of
review.
it. Yeah, I assume you've already seen
my
it.
Opinion.
Here's my opinion of it.
But really great. First one's really great. I mean, number 3 is the best one. That's all. Okay. Dear Marcy and Betsy, I've written to you before. Thank you for reading it on air. Anytime. I sent the story about seeing the old woman in my doorway with the surprise Home Alone face. Yes. I must have been around 24 or 25 years old, still living in my grandma's house. My girlfriend and I just came home from watching a very late showing of Paranormal Activity 1.
Okay, so this is just going to be their criticism of it.
I hope so. Side note, I had to convince her to go because she's so afraid of movies with ghosts and especially demons. She believes that if you watch it, stuff like that will follow you. So after a lot of convincing, we went.
Okay.
Good. We came home around 2:30 a.m.
Wow, this is so bad, Betsy.
I'm feeling cuckoo, man.
I'm joking.
I know, but I feel cuckoo. Okay, we came home around 2:30 a.m. and we're coming up the steps to the top floor. My girlfriend was talking about what a terrible movie we just saw.
Oh, no.
I kept saying, it's only a movie. It's fake. Don't worry. We went into my room and laid down for a bit. All of a sudden, a blaring sound came from the other room. I ran into the hallway and saw that the spare bedroom was lit up bright blue. As I got closer, I realized it was my boombox. You know, the old school ones that had 3 CD changer and 2 huge speakers. LOL. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I always wanted a multiple CD one. Never
day.
got
That's
it.
what I'm going to get you for your birthday next year.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I ran up to it, tried to lower the volume. Nothing worked. It was so loud you couldn't even comprehend what was playing. In desperation, I unplugged it, and it still was playing. This is fucked up,
No.
man. Well, I wonder what song it was. Oh, God. What is that one?
Breathe in.
Breathe out. That's a demon for sure. If somebody's playing that song, that's a demon. Okay. It finally stopped. There was no timer set. Nothing was out of the ordinary with it. I have no explanation of why it went on so loud and how it did not shut off. That being said, it was on the curb for garbage pickup the next day. I will never convince my girlfriend to see a movie like that again, and we have never watched any of the other paranormal movies that came after. LOL. I'm telling you, number 3 is fantastic.
I mean, is it worth a haunting?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Our friend Dan's going to be in the
Oh,
newest
yeah.
one. I can't wait. Okay, what makes this even more upsetting is that my aunt's room was right below mine. She always heard everything. Me walking, me flushing the toilet, LOL. So the next morning, I apologized for the loud noise. I was certain that the whole house heard it. She told me she had no idea what I was talking about and heard nothing at all. I'm just happy my girlfriend witnessed it with me. Thanks for sharing my story. I have many more to share and will write again soon. Love the show. Stay safe, Melissa.
I'm telling you, Melissa, you should have listened to your girlfriend.
No, Melissa, keep watching the franchise. It's a great, fun franchise.
I mean, Betsy, I hope that doesn't happen to you then. I hope you don't.
Marcy, don't you even say that.
I'm saying I hope it doesn't.
Don't. Thank you.
You're
But
welcome.
we ain't even bringing that in.
Because wouldn't it be crazy if that happened to you?
Yeah, you gotta stop. You gotta stop this.
Well,
You have to.
here you are trying to convince Melissa that it's fine.
Number 3 is incredibly done.
Look, I don't want you to have a taste of your own medicine, but
No, don't do this to me, Marcy. Don't do this to me. I'm home alone the next 2 nights. I'm scared. Watch this door behind me slams.
Oh my gosh.
You see it all. You gotta start recording if weird shit happens. Don't. That got me a little bit.
because I'm a great actress.
Oh no. That is and 2:38. Hello, we're getting to witching hour. You know, I bet it was around 3.
Oh, by the time it happened,
when that shit
absolutely.
happened. You know.
Oh my God, yes.
That would, if that had happened to me after seeing Paranormal Activity, I do think I would have been like, oh no. Oh no.
Now that, is Paranormal Activity 3 the one where they have like a bullhead at the end or something?
Huh?
Nothing. I might be making something else up.
Don't spoil.
I didn't. I made a
But
crazy
no,
cuckoo.
it's the one that takes place in like the 80s.
Okay. Yes.
With the really rad.
Yes.
There are some of the most incredible scares in a movie I've ever seen.
I think what's so insane about those movies is they've made so much money and none of the actors have.
Yeah.
Like our friend
That's
Dan
wild.
has to pay them thousands of dollars to
Yeah,
be in
Dan
it.
had to pay them.
Just kidding.
No.
But I would be like, don't pay me anything. I just want points. And they'd be like, no way, dude. No, you don't get any points.
Man.
Who do you think you are? You think you're Tom Cruise?
Yeah. Do you think you're Tom Cruise?
You think this is Mission Impossible and you're Tom Cruise?
Because this is not. And
He's-
you're not going to do your own stunts.
He's the one that started that stuff, though.
What stuff?
The whole, like, he said he would forego his salary in lieu of getting points. And it was like, because people were like, this is going to be such an expensive movie to make. And he's like, you don't pay me anything then.
Oh.
And then he has made so much money from how much money Mission Impossible has made.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And fair, because it's great.
Dude.
It's great. Honestly,
Rules.
I know people have lots of bad feelings about Scientology and Tom Cruise's part in it. I know he's a great actor, but I feel like his reputation has been harmed by Scientology, and he's an amazing actor. He's amazing. He's amazing to watch. He's fun to watch in all of this shit. He's just amazing.
He's good. He's good.
Oh,
He's
duh.
good.
Tom Cruise is good. Duh.
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 Come on.
Hot take, Marcy. Tom Cruise
Yeah,
is good.
wow.
Oh,
What year is this? Top Gun came out?
1987. I don't know if that's when Top Gun came out.
I don't either.
Feels right though. Feels right.
Feels good.
Days of Glory too. Okay. I have another one to read to you.
Yeah, let me have it.
Boom. It's just called Listener Story. Hi, Marcy and Betsy. I love your podcast, and I have an ew story.
Okay, here we go.
My husband and I bought a home in July 2020 in Erie, PA.
Ooh.
The house we purchased was on the market due to the previous homeowner passing. Don't worry, he did not die in the home or from COVID. That's good. That's very good. Good for everyone.
That's good.
I made sure to check on this during our initial visit. I had a good feeling on the home and we placed an offer. The offer was accepted and we bought the home. We love our house. My husband and I moved into the upstairs bedroom as we wanted to upgrade and change the carpet on the main level bedroom. Oh, it smelled like pee and there was no animal. There were no animals in the house. It has a face. It's like just like the straight across eyes and mouth.
That's very funny.
We remodeled the downstairs bedroom and moved into the room November 2020. On the first couple of nights, I woke up to what I thought was two girls talking. It was Betsy. It was me and Betsy being like,
that's a good. Yeah, we were gabbing at the bottom of your bed, and then can you believe how cool Tom Cruise is?
That's what we're talking about. Betsy, I know that you don't believe it, but he is. I obviously wasn't thinking and was like, fuck it. I'm too tired to deal with this shit. I'm going back to sleep.
Good for you. Holy shit. That would have made me jump out of my bed and out the window.
I have dealt with many situations by being like, I am not doing this now. And it's
today.
Not today. The next morning, I remember this experience and tell my coworkers fast forward to the end of December, early January, my in-laws are visiting. I told them about my experience, and 1 to 2 hours later, my dog, who chews on everything, is chewing on something in our living room. I take it from him, and it appears to be a piece from a butterfly clip. Now, I don't wear anything like that.
What?
And neither does my father-in-law's wife, who was visiting. Big time ew. My husband and I cleaned our house before we moved in, and the rooms have all been fixed up, so no idea where this butterfly clip came from. All I can think is that the girls were communicating that they were still in there, and they told me that they heard me tell my story. Needless to say, I only listen to your podcast in my car now, which works since I commute an hour to and from work. I verbally express frequently that I have no interest in seeing anything paranormal and that I politely ask any ghosts, leave me alone. Once in a while, I feel something watching me, but I feel like it's more in my mind than anything. Thanks for listening, Megan.
Whoa, that's a big ew.
Megan.
Uncovering like half of a butterfly clip
Megan.
after hearing two little ghosts gossiping at the foot of your bed. Hello. Get out of there.
Yeah, you have some bitchy ass teenage girl ghosts.
Whoa.
That's cool though.
That's so... Ooh, that is so creepy but cool. Yeah, like pretty, especially with, I like that outlook of like, oh, I think they were saying, hey, you told our story. Thank you. Here's half of our butterfly clip.
Here's our butterfly clip. Butterfly clips makes you think they were like teens when we were teens.
Right.
So maybe they're not even dead. Maybe just their childhood. Maybe just their childhood is dead.
Their childhood is dead. Mine died years ago.
Their pre-teenship died, and that's what you're what you're feeling. You're just. What am I trying to say? That like, it's just a part of their life is stuck there.
Oh, you think that's possible?
I think everything is possible.
Cool. I never thought of that. Of like, yeah, like I wonder if where I grew up, My teen angst is still haunting it. I
Oh
don't
my
think so.
God.
I didn't have much. I had a little bit. But
I was so angsty. God, I don't know who lives in my old house, but I'm sure they're like, someone moody is in here.
Yeah, I mean, that could be, same here.
Such a moody teen.
Such a moody. They knocked down our house that I grew up in, and now there's a gigantic house there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta
On
go
the base
knock.
of the ski mountain, and it's like, oh man, that's a big, nice house.
Oh, yeah, because they're like, wait, we can make a lot of money from this place.
Yep.
Yup, dude.
Yep.
Yup, dude.
Yep, Berdusky. I think so.
Well, I was saying that it could be someone who's not dead because, like, we've talked about it before that, like, time is not linear, right? We
Right.
experience it in a linear fashion, but I think it could be happening all at once.
Whoa, dude. Whoa.
Or at least cyclical, you know, like there are like
Yeah.
time periods that overlap and stuff.
Right.
Who knows how any of this shit works, though?
I don't, and I can't think about it too hard, or I just my eyes cross,
You
and
know,
I'm done for.
once I was like, they should figure out how to charge things through the air. Like, that we don't have to have electrical wires everywhere. And so I was like, that's what they were trying to do that.
When? Oh, yeah. Just in general.
Yeah.
What?
I was going to think of a very specific thing that made me sound smart, but I don't remember it because I'm not smart, Betsy. And
Yes,
that's
you are.
my story.
That's my story.
Aren't I cute? I don't
Isn't
remember.
this cute?
I almost know things, but I definitely don't.
Marcy, always almost knowing something.
Put that on my tombstone. Marcy almost knew what she was talking
Always
about.
almost knew what she was talking about.
Absolutely. Shall we listen to a listener story?
Yes, we shall.
Hi, Betsy. Hi, Marcy. I'm sending you the Stanley Hotel experience that I had, which is another ghost story. So this is Barry again from the Detroit, Michigan area. So I went to the Stanley on a ghost tour within the last couple of months, and it's a really cool experience. Everyone should do it. It's in Estes Park, Colorado, for all you Colorado heads. Hey, Betsy. So the tour started. We go to like different buildings on the property. We started at the music house. It's really cool. It's beautiful. Apparently, one of the Stanley wives haunts it. I didn't feel anything there. It felt pretty just like you were in an old building. So that was cool, but I didn't feel anything there. And then we went to the carriage house. I don't remember who haunts it, but whoever it is, I completely felt this oppressive, heavy, dark presence the entire time we were at the carriage house. Like, it was like almost hard to breathe. I was just so anxious. Like thinking about it gives me chills. And at one point, we're standing in a room with the tour, and the tour guide's talking, and then I hear from behind me this hushed yell, like a whisper yell, and it just says, "Go." So that freaked me out. I told the person I was with, I think a ghost just told us that we need to leave. And the person I was with was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yes." But obviously we didn't leave. We kept going on the tour. We did end up leaving the carriage house to go to the hotel. It didn't feel like super haunted in the hotel throughout the rest of the tour, probably because the hotel is beautifully lit and I was in a group of people. So I don't know, it didn't feel too creepy. But again, it's really cool, just the history of the hotel. But the tour ends where the employees have to enter in order to like get into the building itself, which is through these tunnels under the hotel. So that's horrifying. It's like, it looks like a cave. Like it's damp and cold and gross. I don't know why they exist. I don't remember. But we were down there and I kept feeling like something on my neck, or like my hair was getting played with and someone was touching my shoulder, and I just kind of like kept like shifting around and being like, oh, like this feels so weird. But I guess telling myself that like it must just be the wind, even though there wasn't wind, or it was something and I was just being sensitive and whatever. But by the end of our tour guide's, spiel, she said, oh, and of course the tunnels are also haunted by a old chef from the hotel, and a lot of women will say that they feel like someone playing with their hair or touching their neck. And I freaked out internally. I didn't have like a full-blown meltdown, but I was like, oh my God, I was not imagining that. That was a ghost chef that likes my hair. And it was really scary. That was my most recent, legitimate ghost experience. I've had plenty of like shadow people in my periphery and, like flashing lights in my periphery as well. So I don't know. Just sensitive, I guess. Again, thank you so much for this podcast. I hope you like the stories, and, y'all are the best. Thanks again. Bye.
Oh, a horny chef, dude.
I mean, he's like, les poissons, I love les poissons. Oh man, I remember Barry's cat from when she sent it in before.
Yeah, I definitely heard some good purring.
My cats would never, they run away from me.
Your cats hate you.
Honey, literally, if I look at her too long, she just darts to the back of the house. Terrified of me.
No!
And I'm like, it's so unfortunate because she's the cutest cat I have ever seen.
Oh, yeah. Someday she'll let you look at her.
No, I'd have
Someday.
No, it'll never happen.
No, it'll never happen. Wow. How wild, like, to be feeling a thing and then the tour guide being like, oh, and there's a chef who likes to like pull on ladies' hair and stuff. Where
What
like, that just fucking, I would have screamed like, that just fucking happened to me.
I mean, of course. Yeah. Also, like, what the fuck, man? You keep your freak shit with you in life. Don't bring it to the afterlife.
Right? Come on, man.
I just like to pull the woman's hairs.
I just like to put it like I like to make pasta.
I just like to take, I like to do a little tug of the chevaux.
I like to eat your hair.
Oh, excuse me,
Madame.
I'm slurping your hair up like it is spaghetti noodles.
Yum, 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 wee, 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 wee. The carriage house, they talk about that. They talk about that in Ghost Adventures.
Oh,
where
yeah?
that's a hot spot where she got the whisper, go. Ooh, that's spooky. Spooky.
I'm fine. Why am I just thinking of the music we talked about last episode?
Little callback.
Little callback.
Little callback. Wow.
That was
Stanley Hotel.
very
Estes Park is beautiful too. Everybody should go.
I mean, I know we've been saying for years we need to go places, but we need to go places.
We gotta go places.
We gotta go places.
I do want to bring friends to Colorado. It would be fun though in the winter.
Yes.
That's all.
I haven't been to Colorado since I was 5. It's been a long time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
I went to Winter Park.
Yeah, Winter Park's cool,
And
man.
it was the coldest Christmas they'd had in 100 years.
Oh, holy shit.
It was rough. And I remember.
Did you ski?
Yeah, I was like
Oh,
very. Yeah. I got hypothermia.
This is the hypothermia.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Oof.
Apparently, little bodies can't go that high up the mountain.
Oh.
They made it. They accidentally brought me too high up.
Oh no.
And then I was frozen solid.
And then you froze. You froze solid.
They just kept, I remember it too. They just kept talking to me and I couldn't respond.
Oof. Yeah. That's scary.
I'm sure I was like fine, but I was just like so cold that I was like not responsive. Okay, maybe I wasn't. Maybe I wasn't
being
fine.
So cold. And then having strangers, being so, like your body is shutting down.
Yes.
And then having strangers talking to you at 5 years old where you're just like,
And I was just 5 because my birthday was in November.
Oh,
so
right.
I was like truly like a little 5-year-old.
5 is so young.
I could ski pretty well, like in the family. I was too little for the poles, you know?
Right, of
But
course.
I
You
could
just got pizza all the way down.
And I was like pretty good though.
Yeah. Yeah. My nieces started when they were like 4 or something, and it's like, oh, cool.
Rad dog.
Cool, man.
Cool, dog.
Cool, man. Whoa, dude. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Wow. Spooky.
Let's go.
Spooky,
Let's go.
spooky.
Let's go.
Let's go skiing. Woo.
Woo.
CBD isn't about what you feel. It's about what you don't feel. Stress, anxiety, pain, restlessness, and Feels is a better way to feel better. Feels is a premium CBD that will help to keep your head clear and feel your best. It's hassle-free and delivered directly to your door. CBD naturally helps reduce stress, anxiety, pain, and sleeplessness. There's no hangover or addiction. And I gotta tell you, I am a very anxious human being. I mean, I've talked about it a lot. I have panic attacks. I kind of freak out. But I have been taking CBD and Feels CBD and just taking little drops here and there, and I have been feeling better. Like, seriously, I'll feel essentially a panic attack coming on, and I'll just take some CBD, and it chills me out so hard. It rules. Because truly, all you have to do is place a few drops of Feels under your tongue, and you will feel the difference within minutes. The thing to remember about CBD is that finding your right dose is important, and everyone's dose is different. In fact, Feels offers a free CBD hotline to help guide your personal experience so that you find your perfect dose. The Feels customer service team is dedicated to making sure you get the best use of your CBD. Joining the Feels monthly membership makes your self-care easy. You'll save money on every order, and you can pause or cancel any time. So start feeling better with Feels. Become a member today by going to feels.com/funnyfeeling, and you'll get 50% off your first dose with free shipping. That's Feels. So FEALS.com/funnyfeeling to become a member and get 50% automatically taken off your first order with free shipping. Feals.com/funnyfeeling.
StockX is the live marketplace for authentic products of current culture, focused on large and growing online market for sneakers, apparel, electronics, accessories, and collectibles. Welcome to StockX, the only live marketplace for what's now and next. Whether it's the latest sneakers, apparel, electronics, collectibles, or trading cards, everything on StockX is brand new and 100% verified authentic. With StockX, you have the power to shop millions of hard-to-find or sold-out products at their true market value. Discover products that are on trend and ahead of trends by shopping at StockX. Download the app or sign in online to start buying and selling in a few easy clicks. Start shopping at StockX.com.
Okay, I got one.
Okay.
This is titled More Stories. Okay.
Okay. We
Here
have
we
a
go,
lot
more
of
stories.
people who have stories, and then they have more stories.
Of course. Of course. Okay, here we go. One of my most memorable experiences is while I was home and just got into bed. This was 6 years ago, and it still feels so fresh in my mind. My bed faces the window that outlooks the street. I turned off the lights and settled in. Oh, isn't that, like, I'm so excited to settle into my bed tonight.
I mean, when you have like nice clean sheets, nothing's better.
Dude, it's the greatest feeling in the world. Like, sometimes, like, I just giggle. Get in the bed and I just giggle.
It is funny how you're like, especially in a year and a half where there's been so few joys, to just get in bed and be like, oh, I love this.
Ooh, like, just like, ooh, I'm going to read. Maybe watch an episode of something, or pop on a classic movie that I can close my eyes to but see everything that's happening in my head because I've seen it so many times.
Maybe I'll just watch 3.5 hours of TikToks.
That happens too. I'm like, I was on Instagram for 5 hours. God damn.
The
Okay.
sun's coming up. I went to bed at 9.
Anyways. Oh, okay. Okay. So they're settled in. Then I see this light behind my curtain. I think, oh shit, someone is flashing a light in my window trying to see in until the light itself comes out from behind the curtain. The curtain is closed so no one can watch me sleep like the creeps that live in this podunk town.
What?
Okay.
Those podunkers love to watch you sleep? No.
I guess. I don't know. So now I see this floating ball of light mid-air just chilling. It feels like I was staring at it for so long, and then it so gently floats down behind the footboard and disappears. I then leapt forward to see if it was on the ground, but it was gone. Of course I was creeped out, but in the moment I don't remember feeling afraid or much of anything. I was almost entranced just watching this orb. And it was huge. I always thought balls of lights were small, like you'd see on ghost shows, but it was probably the size of a human head.
Ew.
That's big, dude.
The human head weighs 9 pounds.
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire. Human head. It glowed so bright and had a bluish green iridescent light energy around and made of it. Probably one of the most profound experiences I've ever had without being completely terrified. That's wild.
That is. Especially to be like, oh, someone's peeping at me. And then you're like, no, it's just a big old ball.
Yeah, it's just a ball peeping at me, dude.
Just a peeping ball.
Wow, I'm so curious as to what. Ooh, but that's nice they didn't feel afraid or anything.
Yes.
That's nice where it's like, okay, I guess you're just kind of floating. Okay, now here's one of the most terrifying. While I was in college, I lived with 4 other girls. One of them I had a strange feeling about from the get-go. I approached her one day and told her some small ghostly things that happened to me before, and she opened up to me about her experiences. She revealed that she does tarot and that she has this quote-unquote gift, and we hit it off. We began bonding on our childhood traumas that deal with our shitty fathers one day around the counter of the kitchen. I will add, we have had a few experiences in this apartment. I had more sleep paralysis moments within 5 months of being there than I'd had in my hometown, and I have a lot frequently.
Whoa.
And we'd also asked it to move a ball when we had all the air turned off and windows shut, and it had moved the ball across the room all the way to me. We were playing Ouija. Mistake.
Yes.
Yeah, holy shit. Anyway, while we're sitting at the counter, we're talking about the shitty dudes who've abused and used us. Then suddenly, at every mention, the door to our roommate's room started shaking.
Oh, no.
Oh, I got chills on the back of my head. That's wild feeling. We looked at each other, puzzled. We called out for her, seeing if she was home, because we were under the impression we were alone. No answer. Her door was locked, so we couldn't go in. We chalked it up to maybe her window being open. Then again, as soon as we spoke again, it started shaking, but more violently this time.
No.
So we went to the door and started shaking it ourselves. Hey, we know you're in there.
Oh my God, that's so scary if a
No
roommate
answers.
did that to me.
So scary. That is too scary. Hey, we know you're in there. Okay. No answer. So we continued with our conversation at the counter. Then again, the door started shaking violently. Then the door right next to the other started shaking. And then the front door up the hallway started shaking. The only doors not shaking were hers and mine behind me. We grabbed our stuff and left the apartment and left the building. Sorry, this email is really long. I'll tell you some more stories about my sleep paralysis later. Thanks, Beth. Wow.
That's fucked up. That's
very scary.
That's a lot. That's a big thing to happen. Just all the doors in your home start shaking.
That is really, really scary.
I mean-
Because it's such a specific...
Yeah.
It'd be like... I'd rather have my whole house shake, you know what I'm saying?
You'd rather there
than
just be an earthquake.
Just give me an earthquake, then yeah. But for it to just be like, and like then
terrifying.
adding on, that is so scary.
Too scary.
Yeah, too scary, dude.
Beth has some scary ass shit happening.
Beth,
Hey, Beth, that's too
What's going
scary.
that's too scary.
Why are you playing with the Ouija board, Beth?
Thank you, Marcy. I was thinking the same thing. You know, crazy shit's happening. We don't need to push it further.
I mean, I can see that's the tempting part of it, though, to get to the
True.
bottom of it, to be like, this is an investigation. I have to do
True.
it.
True.
But it's very scary.
You don't want to unleash
the beast
the beast.
of demons.
The beast of demons.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I love that just being like, you had a feeling about your friend. They're like, I do tarot.
And then immediately be like, cool, we're hanging out.
All right, great. We summoned a demon. Awesome.
Awesome.
But Nicole, our friend Nicole, started doing tarot recently, and she did a reading for me, and it was very fun. And
That's really fun.
She was like, damn, everything is good for you. And I was like, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Ooh, I gotta get her to read my tarot.
Get her
That's
done.
fun. Get her done, dude.
Also, like, even if nothing else, like, tarot is just fun to, like, just do your own interpretations of what you think is going on. Like,
Right.
you know,
It really is just like, oh yeah, it's kind of fun to, and to even be like, oh yeah, even just saying like, blank has been on my mind is nice
yeah.
to get out of, like, oh, maybe that's why I'm anxious or whatever it might be.
Even
like,
just to know, to be like, what do I even have questions about? That's sometimes interesting.
yeah, that's
Sometimes.
huge.
Yeah.
That's huge because it's easy to not ever say it or think it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gigantic.
Huge.
Oh, that's
All right.
fun. I gotta get her to read my chords.
And then make her read your Ouija. Just kidding.
Read my Ouija.
Here. Okay. Haunted rocking horse. What is
Oh, sick. That's enough said. That is fucked up. I don't like this.
Thanks so much for listening to a Funny Feeling podcast.
Rocking horses are so creepy.
Yes, it's such an old timey toy. We
Yeah.
gotta burn them all. Get rid of them.
Burn all the rocking horses
Burn the
and
rocking-
rocking chairs. Get those fucking rocking chairs out of here.
Burn them.
Ooh.
Burn them all.
Burn them.
All right. Hi, ladies. So I'm going to start off by sharing that once I had a psychic tell me that dead people follow me.
Ooh.
I
Okay.
have a lot of stories, so I guess that makes sense. About a year ago or so, my parents found this vintage, super cute, and in great condition rocking horse on Facebook Marketplace for
Are you
$5.
sure it was super cute? I don't think there's such thing as a super cute old timey toy.
Well, you don't know.
I
Why
know.
don't
Send a pic. We'll see if
I'll
it's cute.
buy her parents. So for $5, and they thought it would be great to give it to my daughter, who was 1 at the time. When they dropped it off, it kind of made me feel weird, but I love all things vintage, and they bought it with good intentions as a gift. So of course we took it. That's your.
I mean,
that's gonna get you. It's gonna come back.
Burn
up.
it. I mean, start a fire and throw it in there.
The first few weeks were fine, but I still had this
always.
That's
First few
how it
weeks are always
starts.
fine, man. They're
I mean,
always fine.
It's like when you plant a seed, like you don't even see it till all of a sudden it's coming out of the
Right.
soil.
till you got a potato popping out.
So you got a tater coming up out of the ground. One of them ground taters. The first few weeks were fine, but I still had this super uncomfortable feeling when I looked at it.
Oh, man.
It had big black glass eyes that were weird.
Not cute.
Not cute. The feeling started to get worse, then weird stuff started happening.
Oh, God.
I had been working from home for a week while my sitter was out of town, and every time I went to lay my daughter down for a nap, things would happen.
Ooh.
Things started to literally be pushed off the counter when there was no way they could have fallen. And then the fridge door opened on its own twice.
Ew.
making it very clear that this rocking horse had it was very clear this rocking horse had a ghost or something attached to it that was trying to get mine and my husband's attention.
Oh, no.
I didn't really know what to do at the time, so I shoved the horse in a room we used for storage and left it for a few weeks. I was scared, and every time we went into the room, it was cold, and we felt super uneasy. And even my daughter was scared of the room. At night, my husband said he sometimes saw something white walking in the kitchen out of the corner of his eye.
No. Oh, yo. Okay.
Ugh. I would spend a lot of time yelling at the ghost and telling it to leave us alone, but obviously that didn't work. I even tried to be nice at first and told it could stay if we could live in peace. That was a mistake. Never allow a ghost to stay in your space if it makes you scared.
Very good. Very good.
Rule. I think it's
rule.
Yeah.
Very good rule.
Live by that. I agree. If it scares you, get it out of there.
Get it out of there, man.
Weird things kept happening, but I eventually had a dream where I was fighting with the spirit and it was trying to kill me. Oh my God.
Jeez.
No. Oh my God. What if I start crying? Or are you going to make fun of me if I cry about this story?
Yeah, I would make so much fun of you. No, cry. Please cry.
It was a very scary dream, and I was basically being choked. And at one point in the dream, I was throwing up from how evil the spirit was and the weird stuff it was doing to my energy and body. I trust my dreams, and that to me was a sign. No shit, that's a sign.
Yeah, dude, that's a sign, man.
Maybe I even connected with the spirit while I was asleep. I don't know, but either way, I had enough.
Yep.
I made a sign that said the horse was haunted and warned anyone who found it not to take it.
That is so nice of you.
So nice.
I would love to be. Oh man, I wish I could walk by that curb where there's like a fucking rocking horse and a sign be like, "This is haunted. Do not take it."
Oh my gosh! And then of course you'd be like, "Well, somebody has to take it.
Somebody's got to take it."
I taped the sign on that thing and threw that shit in the trash. I used a lot of sage and prayed to Michael, the archangel, after, and luckily the spirit left with the horse. I always wondered if the people selling it knew it was haunted, and that's why it was only $5 because they could have easily gotten more. Absolutely. This was a prank they did.
You got pranked.
You got pranked. I knew something was weird when I first saw the horse, and I wish I trusted my intuition when I first saw that nasty thing.
Yeah, get rid of it.
You ladies are the best. Sending you a hug, Monique. Monique, oh my God.
Thank you, Monique. Holy shit.
That's awful. The throwing up because it's so evil in your dream, that's awful.
That sucks. Good for you of being like, okay, that's a sign. We got to get this out of here. Like, good for you. Get that shit out of your house.
Yes, for like acknowledging it, trusting yourself. Look.
Yeah.
If nothing else, just Marie Kondo that shit. Does it make you happy?
Yeah, does it spark joy? No. Get rid of it.
Is it making you throw up in your sleep? Get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Here's my rule of thumb. If it scares me, if it makes me sick to my stomach, if it stinks really bad, unless it's a cat, I get rid of it. Because
your cat does all of that stuff to you.
Scare me, make me sick, and stink real bad. Absolutely.
Yep.
People who like cats were just low expectations of love.
Shit, maybe I should get a cat then.
I mean,
nope.
No, I mean, it's just that you're like, I'm willing to accept anything. You blink at me, you love me.
Yes.
You meow at the exact time you want food. Love.
Yeah, that's love, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, that was wild.
That was a very
haunted rocking horse indeed.
Your poor kid.
Oh, that poor kid. That poor kid.
My poor kid was like, my Nana and Poppy are trying to kill me.
I'm trying to kill me.
Look, just don't give me secondhand ghost shit.
No. Give me something from Toy Story. That's it, dude. That's all I need.
That's a dud.
Dud? That's all I need, dud.
All right, Betsy, we got one for me.
Oh my god, I do.
Oh my god, you do?
Oh my gosh, I do. Okay, this is Sleep Paralysis Stories.
Woo!
Hi, Betsy and Marcy. I've been listening to your podcast starting from the beginning for months now and love it.
Yay!
Having a show where people tell their own real ghost stories is such a gem. Thank you for listening.
Oh, wait, am I making you read one when we should be listening? But go ahead, I guess.
Oh, I mean, whatever,
That's
right?
Okay, we'll be
No
fine.
rules. No rules.
Just right. Okay.
I've always wished I had a spooky experience to share with you guys and didn't think I had anything until hearing so many sleep paralysis stories from listeners, especially the one from your 2019 July listener stories in which someone said they only had sleep paralysis during the day.
Ooh.
Whoa. Ever since I was in high school, I've had very frequent sleep paralysis episodes, probably at least once a month, if not more. Whoa, that's a lot.
That seems to be a lot.
Yeah.
I
They
feel...
always, oh yeah, go ahead.
I was like, I feel like you should get that checked out.
Right, yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's
Yeah,
a
anyway.
lot. They always happen during the day. And I love to nap, so maybe that's why it happens so often. I love a nap too. My working theory about this is that when I'm napping, my brain is more connected to the waking world, so it is more active / anxious while I'm napping, and there are more stimuli around. I think that's very,
Yeah.
I have very, when I nap, I have very vivid dreams a lot of times about that day.
Oh, yeah.
And like what's going to happen later or what just happened.
That makes sense. And it's probably easier to remember because you're not asleep for a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the first time I had it, I wasn't too scared because I didn't see anything. I just saw my bedroom as it is normally, and I could move my eyes around, but couldn't move my body at all. After that, I started having more quote unquote hallucinations, as I call them. For a while, the only hallucinations I would have were auditory ones. The first time I heard something, it was piano music and the distinct sound of a baby crying.
No thanks. No thanks.
That is truly horrific.
I don't want to hear a moody, somber night and a baby crying.
No, I don't. That is, whew, that's, oh God, that really rocked me. It was so realistic and like filling up the room. I was able to force myself into fully waking up, and immediately the sounds went away. There isn't a piano in my house, and no one in my family had a baby. Ooh, that's so weird. When I went to college, I kept having sleep paralysis, and one of the most memorable times happened in my freshman dorm room. I was napping on my rickety twin bed while waiting for my best friend to come over. I slowly woke up to the sound of my friend's voice, and I saw my friend walk into the room from the hallway, walk over towards my bed, and start talking to me, but I couldn't quite make out what she was saying. Then something in my brain clicked, and I realized I was having sleep paralysis, and it was a hallucination.
Whoa.
There was just something off about my friend and her voice, like she seemed different and sounded muffled. I forced myself to quote unquote wake up, and my room looked exactly like it had seconds ago, but my friend wasn't there. She ended up knocking on my door minutes later.
That's weird.
That's weird. That is weird.
Yeah.
Especially but I've had naps like that. Not where I'm paralysis paralyzed, sleep paralyzed, but like where it is just like, okay, I know somebody's coming over. Here they come. Like, that's so strange.
Where you dream about what you're just about to do then.
Yes. Yeah. And it feels very real because it's like, oh yeah, I've been thinking about this all day and now I'm having a dream about it. I usually only hallucinate random stuff that isn't scary, but from time to time I do see dark figures or scary faces that look so real, but then I wake up and realize that it was some jacket hanging on my wall or a clock or something. It's so weird when I can see exactly what my brain was looking at and chose to morph it into something scary.
Yeah.
That is, come on, brain, why are you doing that?
I mean, your brain's just, look, our eyes are just like showing us images and our brains are processing it constantly, being like,
right.
Well, I guess that's a scary
Is it
man in the
this one?
corner of your room. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll say it's that. I'm not sure why I have sleep paralysis so often, but I've always been a lucid dreamer. I usually am aware I'm dreaming while in a dream, and have always had very vivid nightmares. Whenever I have sleep paralysis, I always end up realizing what's happening and immediately focusing on trying to wake myself up. It feels like trying to do the hardest sit-up ever, like trying to strain all my muscles to just move 1 inch. And I usually can do so quickly without seeing anything creepy. I think if I just let it happen, creepy stuff would probably start appearing.
Well, then.
I'll be sure to send any other paranormal experiences I have. Thanks for a great podcast, Althea. I don't know if
I mean, I guess maybe
Wow.
don't let yourself have creepy hallucinations if you can help it, right? Like,
Yeah.
man, sleep paralysis is
It's so strange.
I've never had it that I know of. Knock on some wood, but I don't think it would be cool at all.
Sleep paralysis?
No, it seems bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems scary. I've had it before, but never where I see anything. Like, just truly where I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, move your body. Here we go. But never where I've never seen a hag or anything like that. I better not. Oh my God.
Better not.
Oh my God. Better not see a hag.
Better not see a hag.
Uh-uh.
Oh, man. Well,
Well,
the thing about the friend is really freaky, too.
yes. That's
Just like,
that's so strange. Yeah, just being a little like hard to under. That's so creepy.
It doesn't sound fun. It's not fun. Shall we listen to a listener story?
Yeah.
All right.
Give it to me.
Hello, ladies. I know that there are those who do not appreciate the listener-told stories, so I will try and make this short and hopefully entertaining. This particular story happened to me back in the early to mid 90s. I grew up in Colorado. Shout out there, Betsy. Particularly in northern Colorado, right up against the foothills. This neighborhood that I grew up in was not an old neighborhood. It was built probably in the mid 80s. I know, I get it. Now it's old. And weird stuff always happened in this neighborhood. It just had very weird vibes. My story takes place in a friend of mine's house who lived a couple houses down from me. And at the time I was friends with the sister of the family. And she lived in the basement. Well, her bedroom was in the basement. And right next to her bedroom was a storage room. So she was at the end of the hall, storage room right next to her. And whenever I would go over, she would make me stay in her room to turn off the light. And she would run down the hallway and go wait at the stairs for me. And I always hated that she did this to me, because I knew as soon as I turned off her light and crossed that storage room, this shadow person, which was the stereotypical shadow person, would come out of that storage room and float chased me down the hallway. All black. You could tell it was the shape of a human. To me, I always describe it as like Jack the Ripper. Had like what looked like a fedora pulled down on the head and a cape. And it would chase me from the storage room to the stairs and just like dissolve. It would be gone. I can't even tell you how many times this happened. It seemed like there was intelligence behind it because it wasn't like it was residual. It happened as soon as you passed a certain point every time. But it was also very repetitive. So I don't know there. Years later, I finally got the courage up to relate my story to the family. And after I got done telling the story, I looked up and my friend who lived downstairs was just completely pale. And she said, I used to see the same exact thing. That's why I would make you stay behind and turn off the light. So, she earns major jerk points for that. So, thanks for making the trauma go on me. And then like a few years later, her brother and I were down in their basement. And all of a sudden the radio just came on. We tried to turn the radio off. We tried, from the physical radio, we tried remotes. Nothing would get this radio to turn off. And then it looked as if something just passed in front of the lights. They, blinked out and then blinked back on. And we just looked at each other and we took off upstairs and we said, screw it, that radio can play all damn day. We don't care. So those are the stories from that particular house. I have a lot of other different stories, which I will send in separate files so that I don't tick a lot of people off. But love the show. Fantastic job, ladies. Keep up the good work.
I mean,
wow, thank you.
Thank you
for sending that in. Holy shit.
Also, look, people might not like it, but Betsy and I like it, and it's sort of like
I love it.
It's sort of like our thing here. So
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so we like to listen to people tell their stories, so we're gonna keep listening to people tell their stories. Sorry, guys.
Another radio thing.
It makes sense because it's so easy to manipulate too, if you think about it, right? Like,
right.
Oh man, your friend is a total dick.
Your friend, dude. Your friend. And what the fuck?
And good on you for getting your revenge by hooking up with their brother.
Woo! Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you, friend. I'm gonna make out with your brother. I mean,
we're gonna pet in the basement, man. Look, heavy petting.
It wasn't said outright, but I felt it. I felt it in my boner.
Wow.
Also, when they were talking about like when you reach a certain point that shadow man's gonna chase you, I was like, this is like a level of a video game, and
dude,
like
it
you just have to beat
is.
that boss.
Where it's like just like turn off the light and run, dude.
Beat that boss.
Beat that boss.
Oh man.
Wow, gotta beat that Bowser, dude. And it is like, it feels so intelligent. Like if that was constantly the thing of like, okay, you're gonna walk by me, I'm gonna chase the shit out of you.
Or like a guard dog kind of thing.
Do you think in the storage room was like a gate to hell and that thing was like, get away, get away, get away?
I mean, I guess if it was, then lucky to have something chase you away.
True.
You don't want to accidentally stumble into a gate from hell. No.
You don't want to go looking for your Christmas decorations and then, I got the gingerbread house, but now I'm in hell?
Now I'm literally burning in hell? No, thank you.
No, you don't want that.
But man, your friend's a dick.
Yeah, that's wild to me. Well, already I would have been like, why are you making me do it?
I'm a guest. I'm the
guest. Guests don't have to turn out the light.
We don't have to do anything.
No. If anything, we get to eat all the stuff you're not allowed to eat.
Yeah, and you have to watch us.
And you will watch us shove those cookies in our mouths.
Classic being a guest, eating all of your food.
Eating all of your food.
Well, I made you read an extra one, so I'm gonna read one now.
Oh, okay, great. Great.
Okay, this one is Ghosts of the Midwest.
Ooh.
In fact, I'm going to go ahead and forward it to you because there's some images at the end, but don't look at them until I tell you to.
Okay. Yep. Okay. You got it. Done.
Okay.
I won't.
I'll come to your house and scare you all night long.
Don't. Oh, please don't.
Look, just assume if anything is scary happening, it's definitely me.
Okay, I will. I will.
And then you'll be pleasantly surprised when it's a murderer.
Yeah.
I keep cackling like a witch. All right. This one says, "Hi, Betsy and Marcy. This is my second time writing in. I've been catching up on all your quarantine episodes and almost dropped my phone in the bathtub when I heard you read my first story. I've been taking a lot of baths and listening to spooky stories as hashtag self-care. Nothing weird, LOL. Hey,
Truly not at all. That sounds wonderful.
my goal in life is to have a big old bathtub. I love a soak.
Nice big soak.
Okay. Anyway, I realized today is the anniversary of seeing my first ghost. So what better time to do it? Yes. First, I want to mention a ghost that I live with but never saw, and then I'll get to the big story. Oh yeah.
Ooh, okay.
I just moved about 6 months ago, but before I lived in a very cute vintage 2-flat Chicago apartment built in 1913 for 8 years.
Wow, that sounds rad.
That's cool. Over the years, we had an issue with stuff falling off the innermost wall in our dining room. This wall is basically the exact middle of the apartment. I don't know if that's relevant to anything at all, just an observation. Stuff would just fall off the wall for seemingly no reason. We don't get earthquakes here. There wasn't any crazy construction or anything going on. Just stuff falling off the wall, often in the middle of the night.
Oh, shoot.
It's probably just rats running around.
Ew. Marcy.
It's a rat party.
Ew. Oh, my God.
A few broken frames, but no real damage. One night we were both startled awake by a really loud noise. Searched the house and couldn't see anything out of place. So we sent a courtesy text to our upstairs neighbors, who was also our landlord, to see if they were okay up there. They were fine, but a huge heavy picture had dropped to the floor from their dining room wall too.
Whoa.
There were other little weird things that happened through the time we lived there, and I always joked about our ghosts, but I never saw anything. Breathing. From the entrance to the living room, you could see straight back to the kitchen and at the other end of the apartment. One day, I think sometime in the summer of 2019, I had some friends over. Remember when you could do that? Hey, man, you're not far away from it. It happens again. One friend was sitting on the couch, which ends right at the doorway / entrance of the living room. And she was like, I swear I just saw a person walk across your kitchen.
Whoa.
I tried to explain it away by saying it was probably just the neighbor behind us and their obnoxious new motion light playing tricks on her eyes. But I truly think our ghost just got lazy and let itself get caught when it thought we were drunk and wouldn't see it.
What if she was like, I tried to just kind of explain it away by just screaming at my friend, "You're crazy! You're crazy!
You're always trying to sabotage my parties.
You've lost your mind, you lunatic! Cuckoo! Cuckoo!"
Every time I have people over, you make it all about you.
Anyways, we're not friends anymore. Sorry.
Okay, here's the main event. You ready?
Uh-oh.
Last October, spooky season.
Oh, yay! Oh, excited for
a year ago
October.
today, a group of 6 of us friends took a little road trip from Chicago to Iowa City for a weekend. 2 of our friends went to college there, so we hit up some of their old haunts, did some tailgating and almost froze to death at a football game. Solid weekend.
Hell yes.
The Airbnb we got was super cool old historic house that had been used for the past 5-ish years as a Iowa writer's house, and was originally built in 1918 or 1919 for the first female mayor of Iowa City.
Whoa, cool.
That's all I knew going into it. We get to the house and start looking around, claiming rooms. I get some spooky vibes, especially from the bathroom upstairs, but nothing too scary. When we were sitting around the dining room table later, having some drinks before we went out for the night and just shooting the shit, I'm looking through a box of random old photos that were in the sitting room and see something out of the corner of my eye. I look up slightly, but just with my eyes, the rest of me feels almost frozen.
Whoa.
Though not really scared. On the landing about halfway down the stairs, I see the shape of an old-timey woman with an old-timey dress and a Gibson Girl-esque hairdo that just kind of looking around as if she's taking in the situation.
Like a mayor, looking around like a mayor.
Mayor. Except
Mayor.
she's kind of see-through, and where her legs should be just sort of fade away. So she's kind of just hovering there.
Whoa. This is ooh goo.
Ooh goo. I honestly
Wow.
couldn't tell you how long I was actually looking at her. It was probably only a second, but with that semi-frozen feeling, it's hard to say. I decided not to say anything, but also decided it was time to put the creepy old photos away, LOL.
Yep. That's a good sign.
She was like, "You looking at me? I'm looking at you." That night, once we got back to the house, I had the worst time falling asleep. My husband, of course, knocks out immediately. He also snores crazy loud. So I was sleeping with earplugs in, so I didn't have to divorce him. Even with earplugs in and over his snores, I kept hearing lots of creepy noises that are probably just old house sounds, but sounded almost like whispering voices.
Whoa.
Husband was also making weird noises in his sleep that I wasn't used to. And I was awake. I have a word game on my phone that I play around bedtime a lot because it usually makes me sleepy. While I was facing the wall, doing my best not to look at any windows or mirrors because nope. I was playing my game for hours trying to force myself to get tired. And then it felt like something sat on the end of the bed. I've tried to convince myself that my tired brain / body was just imagining I was home and could feel my cat getting on the bed and snuggling up by my legs. But I also couldn't make myself look to find out either way. I don't think I've ever been so freaked out in my life. God. Nobody else slept well that night either, but that was because the other dude in the house turned up the thermostat way too high, and we all felt like we were being cooked, LOL.
Oh my God. I hate hot.
I hate being
bedtime.
Hot. It's nothing worse.
I hate being hot in general, but trying to sleep and you're too hot is the worst.
It's a real misery.
I hate it.
But nobody else had anything scary happen. Thankfully, night 2, I was too exhausted to deal with any ghosts, and I actually fell asleep with no real issues.
Nice.
Once we were home Sunday night, I fell down a research rabbit hole trying to find out what I could about the house and who lived there. There's not really as much as I would have expected, but I did find some old photos of Emma J. Harvett, the lady mayor who had the house built, and wouldn't you know it, she had the same kind of hair and dress as I saw on the stairs.
Yep.
Lady Mayor.
She's a lady and she's a mayor.
She's not related to Louis B. Mayer. She's a lady mayor.
She's also not related to John Mayer.
She's a lady mayor.
She's a lady mayor. She runs this town.
I also found some things about how she used to love throwing parties and entertaining, and how it was big deal to her to have a dining room big enough to have lots of people sit around and have a good time. I'm pretty sure she was happy to have people hanging out and using that room as intended.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure if it was her actual ghost, since she was much older when she died and not in the house, or if it was just an imprint because she probably stopped and looked over the railing a million times, but still pretty wild. I don't think the scary upstairs stuff had anything to do with Madame Mayor, as she didn't scare me at all, but who knows? P.S. OMG, I attached a screenshot of my phone's home screen because as I was writing this, I noticed the weather app switched to Iowa freaking City. And I didn't do it myself. And also some of the photos of the Airbnb were super professional annotation. LOL. Love the pod so much. You gals and your spoops have become my happy place during such a weird time. And I appreciate the shit out of you. Continually trying not to shit my pants, Laura.
Whoa,
right.
Laura.
So she attached some pictures. The first one says the ghost was here, and it's a picture of the stairwell.
Yes.
Okay, the landing where okay.
And you know, Miss Mayer was constantly like looking over, being like, "Yeah, I fucking throw rad parties."
She was probably always on her way up to get more of her bootleg liquor upstairs.
Oh fuck yeah! I make this in my bathtub.
It's my gin,
and everybody loves Mayer's gin.
That's why I'm the mayor.
That's why I run this town.
And then the second picture is where they were sitting, and then and then the ghost.
Oh yeah,
spot.
it's like old.
Yeah, a scary room. Then the outside of the house, and then the
wow.
Then a screen.
That's pretty cool. You can Airbnb that.
Yeah,
because it's like everything looks still like old and stuff.
Yeah, it looks
Iowa City.
That's really cool. That's a really cool experience.
That is neat. That's wild. And I wonder, like, what... I mean, I just bet there's just so much energy in that house. So, even trying to go to bed where it's just like, I don't know, man.
That's really cool. I want to go there.
Let's go to Iowa City!
These have been really great.
These have been so awesome.
I thoroughly enjoyed them.
Me too. I got very scared. I giggled. It was everything I wanted.
It was
and more.
I had a dream. I got everything I wanted.
What's that song?
It's a Billie Eilish song. You know I love my Billie.
I do know you love your Billie. Yeah.
You don't know her yet. Where you haven't really caught up.
No, I got nothing. I've just been listening to Venga Boys a lot. You can't not be happy when you're listening to Venga Boys. I'll tell you that much.
Here's the thing: you can listen to new music when the old music gets boring, and it hasn't yet. So
it has yet to get boring. I do listen to some.
Is that who they are?
Yeah, that's Venga Boys. And they have so many.
Like to party.
I love that song, but they have so many other great ones.
Oh, Betsy loves a party song.
I truly do. Like, I just need dance music constantly on in my life.
Dancey in your pantsy.
It makes me so happy.
She's a dancer.
I'm a dancer. What can I say?
These are really great. Please send us more. We'll love it.
We love it so much.
We love that you guys love it too.
Yeah, it's the best. It makes me so happy.
It makes me so happy, dude.
It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy.
All right. Bye.
See ya. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy. And don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.